Continuing with our theme of the Vail Film Festival on this lovely Saturday, we've got Nikhil, filmmaker from New York, and thank you for joining us on the show today.
It's great to be here, Eric. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Your film, very pertinent when it comes to sort of the political climate here in America. It's filmed primarily in New York, and tell our audience a little bit about the premise of the movie.
Absolutely. The film is called Don't Be Nice, and it's about a team of slam poets, so people who are practicing spoken word poetry. And the film is about them coming together as a team, writing new material, reaching deep into their personal lives and political world around them to come up with incredible poems of resistance and pain, and to take those out to the national championships in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, and sort of while you were filming Don't Be Nice, there were other events going on in the world that you were able to kind of wrap into the movie, right?
Exactly. Well, that's the thing about slam poetry, spoken word poetry. It's not written in a vacuum. So if something's happening in the world around a poet will respond to that and find a way to communicate what's going on in their lives, in their lives of their community, to the wider world.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So it should be a fairly eye-opening movie then.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, for anybody who's interested in the creative process or an artist themselves, it takes you behind the scenes. So usually you would just see a poem or read a poem, or in, say, the music world, you'd see a song performed, and you'd wonder, where did that come from? What was the inception of that concept? And our film takes you from the moment an idea is born to when it's finally performed as a poem on stage.
Interesting. And you have experience in the poetry world, so it helped kind of guide the writing of this movie, right?
Yeah, well, it was a documentary, so and a verite documentary, so we were following these characters around for 3 months. My background is as a filmmaker and a poet as well, and at the time I was making the film, I was running Bowery Poetry Club, which is the historic place for poets in New York City. Mm-hmm. And the poets who were coming through on a weekly basis were some of the best poets in the country. And we saw this opportunity. The director, Max Powers, producer Cora Atkinson, executive producer Melina Brown, we all saw this opportunity to take what was happening behind the scenes in these poetry clubs around the country and bring that to a larger audience.
Yeah, interesting. Now, how has the reception been? We were chatting beforehand. It sounds like you've been on the road for almost, 100 weeks straight, it feels like.
Oh my God, yeah. Vail is our 26th festival, and I'm honored to be back. I actually got to come to Vail Film Festival for the last 2 years and premiere my last 2 short films.
Oh, excellent.
So I'm excited to be back. It's a phenomenal festival, and it's a wonderful town, very welcoming to filmmakers. The reception has been phenomenal. I think a lot of people have never seen slam poetry, don't really know exists, or they think it's just something that happens at cafes once in a while. And when you see our film, you realize that this is a huge subculture. It's an artistic movement that's happening right now, all around the country, on campuses, in cafes, bars, poetry clubs. And we're hoping that through this movie, slam poetry will find a larger audience and will break out even further than it already has.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're getting a lot of visibility, and plenty more to come, too. So what's sort of the trajectory of Don't Be Nice at this point?
Absolutely. Well, we've played a number of festivals, and festivals really help you gain momentum, get buzz, build audiences. And the next big thing for us is we are going to be launching theatrically at the IFC Cinema in New York on September 20th, then at the Laemmle in Glendale in Los Angeles on the 27th, and then on October 11th, we're going to premiere on Fuse TV Network. And that has an audience of 70 million people.
Yeah, that's huge, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm very excited. Not a lot of documentaries get that opportunity. We have a wonderful distributor called Juno, and Elizabeth, who runs Juno, has really been pushing this film, and I'm very excited to have people see it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Nikhil. Best of luck for the rest of the festival, and congratulations about getting Don't Be Nice on Fuse TV.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right. We're going to come back with more from the filmmakers from Vail Film Festival and a look at your local weather right after this.